Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back guys. It's your boy Steven Banamu here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because more and more videos are coming up. Anyway, for this video, I'm gonna be reacting to this video right here. Are Filipinos racist? Racism in the Philippines. This is actually a controversial topic, and yeah, I'm just gonna give my thoughts about it, guys. If you don't know, I've been living here in the Philippines for a while. I've been here for 4 years, over 4 years. Going to 5 years now. So yeah, Philippines is home to me. It's been my second home away from home, and I'm just gonna give my thoughts about the video when I go through it. But yeah, my experience here in the Philippines, I would say racism exists everywhere. Like everywhere you go, it doesn't matter which place or where are you from. Like an Asian guy go to a country that has been dominated by black people, people will say stuff about him. If an Asian guy go to a country that has been dominated by white people, people will say stuff about him. If a black guy goes to another country that has been dominated by Asian people, people say stuff about him. A black guy goes to a country that has been dominated by white people, people will still look at him in a different way. Racism exists everywhere. So I would say here in the Philippines, there are some cases where I've been walking around and people say stuff, calling me the N-word, and most of them they're not really aware that the N-word is a bad word. But most of them are just kids, kids say stuff whatever they want and just what comes to their mind. So and also when I've been walking around here, like sometimes I walk with my classmates. I got some classmates like girls or good friends from the opposite sex, girls. Whenever we walk around, like people look at us in a different way, and sometimes like just people would say just some random comments about us, and yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna give my thoughts about the video as I go through, watch it, and yeah, let's just get right into it, guys.
Just accept that I'm Filipino and I'm proud to be Filipino.
The girl is beautiful.
The influence of racism in Philippine culture has always fascinated me in the 8 years that I've been living in this country.
Oh yeah?
From the widespread obsession of skin whitening.
Oh yeah, that is really a big thing here in the Philippines, guys. If you don't know, Philippines is actually one of those countries where people are so obsessed, especially girls, ladies are so obsessed with the skin whitening products, and they just love, like they think that having a lighter skin color makes them beautiful. Like they feel good about themselves whenever they see that they have a lighter skin color, and they probably like, that's what some of my classmates told me. Probably like some girls look down on those girls with the natural tan skin color, or probably like they call them morena here in the Philippines, describe them as morenas here in the Philippines. So yeah, that's really a big thing here. Like people are so obsessed with the whitening products.
To the careless use of derogatory terms in casual conversation, it's intriguing to learn what Filipinos consider acceptable and what pushes the boundaries of discrimination. Seeking to hear other people's perspectives, I sat down with 4 individuals from different walks of life to hear their stories about racism in the Philippines.
Okay. Wow, that's an overview
How
of
are you?
Hello, Joshua. Hello.
Manila.
How are you?
Hey, bro. Hi. Bani, hi.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me in our office.
Okay, let's start off by first introducing yourself for the people watching.
Sure, my name is Jay. I'm 38 years old.
Hey, I've been watching this guy for a while. I've actually subscribed to his YouTube channel. He's actually a cool guy. He's been vlogging around here in the Philippines, especially in Manila.
I'm from New York, and I've been living in the Philippines for
Yep.
4 years.
I'm Angeli Dion Gomez. I am 26 years old, pure Filipina, born and raised in Cebu.
Oh yeah, she's got that Cebuano beauty.
Queen. I've joined a few pageants.
Oh yeah.
Joshua Carlos. I'm actually from Florida. My father's from South America, mixed with Indian and Black, and my mother is Native American, white, and African.
She's
so very diverse background.
Xiao Chua. I'm a public historian. I teach here in LaSalle history. And fourth generation Filipino Chinese. That means it was my great-grandfather who was migrant from Fujian. After that,
Actually, a lot of Filipinos mix Chinese, guys. There was like back in time where Chinese, they used to come here into Philippines and trade with Filipinos. That's how there's really a lot of surnames like Yap and Lee, Chen. There's really a lot of Filipinos mixed Chinese here in the Philippines.
nag-intermarry na sa mga Pinoy. That makes me Filipino.
Alright, so since this video is about racism, my first question is, how would you define that word, racism?
I'd say racism is just looking down on a certain race.
Judging people without knowing anything about them.
You don't like someone because of their skin color or their ethnicity.
And of course, we all know that in anthropology, this is baseless.
Yep.
You remember
I think all their answers are correct.
The only people who are people are the people who look and think like you.
That's yeah.
Right? Of course, you know that is one of the tenets of Western colonialism. Nananakop sila ng
Oh
tao
yeah,
because
that's
they think
really
that
true.
other people
Like
are
the racism
so
actually
that they
starts
will
when
give their superior
because of
culture. Well, in fact, galing na tayo
this
sa Africa.
Alright, so
Western
with that being
colonization
said, with your
has been
definition
taking
of
place.
racism, I have some images related to the Philippines that I want to show you, and I want you to tell me if it's racist for you or not.
Sige. Tingnan na natin.
Shall I read it out loud?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, God shaped man from dough.
He make it in an oven, but he accidentally burnt it. I know this.
The dough came out black.
This would later become the people from Africa.
Oh. God tried again, shape man from dough, and this time he undercooked it.
The dough came out too late, and this would become white people. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is kind of funny.
God tried one last time to perfect his creation.
Out from the oven came God's man-shaped dough that was brown and good.
From that perfectly colored man-shaped dough would descend the Philippines.
that was excellent.
Sorry.
This is for real?
Yes.
This is for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What do I think about this?
Yeah, racist.
I probably some people would take it as racist, but it's kind of like it's a joke though. Yeah, it's kind of like a racist joke as some people would take it, but yeah, it's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke for me. For me, it's just a joke.
Or not racist.
This is crazy racist this is shockingly racist.
Oh
This
yeah.
is taught in school. I think it's more from before. I don't think it's taught as much now.
Okay, they actually removed this from the curriculum, I hope.
Before, people do not think of this as racist.
Oh yeah.
Because we were so used of hearing other people being racist at us.
To be honest, I don't think that's very racist. I think it's kind of dumb and funny.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I kind of
this
like
is
the
racist because
opinion.
it's being put out there to children. When you think about who the message is being, given to, yeah, to it all.
Maybe it is racist, yeah, to
Yeah.
the other countries though, not to us,
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay, next.
It is racist at some point, but
Negroes.
It's the name of the island.
Is it?
Yes.
Of course it would be.
actually how this island came to be the name, like how the name was actually given to that island, that was because before the colonial times, when the Spanish was ruling the Philippines, they were actually traveling along the archipelago going to which is now called the Negros Island, where Dumaguete and this island where the town of Dumaguete, and they were going there. They were actually traveling to that island, and they actually saw like black people on that island, and they named the island Negros. Like they said, oh, there's like Negros on that island, so they named the island Negros. I mean, I don't know if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I learned from reading article about the Philippines and just reading some books about the Philippines and also learning the history about the Philippines. So anyway, continue. Let us see.
The name of the island.
And why is it called Negroes?
Kasi nung pinangalanan yun na Negros dahil mga itim daw yung tao.
Yeah.
I don't know the history, but I am surmising that it is because of that.
There's been some
Because there's a lot of
instances
white people on
where
the island.
Philippines talk about Negros and people from other countries misinterpret it. Like,
Negroes?
Yeah,
Negroes? No. That's not racist.
No.
It's Negros.
Okay.
It's not. Well, when it was named, it was probably racist, but Negros is our name.
Now it's just
It
a
was a
name.
name. It's a name. So, hindi na, it doesn't matter. But, you know,
I don't know when they named this Negroes. It depends because you have to think about it because it could have been when the settlers that brought over the Catholic religion here
From Spain.
from Spain.
From Spain, yeah.
They could have called it Negroes, and they see it that way. But
If the Spanish were the ones who named the island, would that be racist? As opposed to if it was the natives who named it?
somewhat, because they are the ones who named the island.
Yep.
Yeah, the Spanish.
Yeah. So yeah, it
Yep.
pretty much is.
On that context.
Yeah, on that context.
You realize in history they do things like this, you know, things that it could almost so deep that you can't even change it, you know, versus them just saying something racist. They named the entire island something racist.
Oh yeah.
So it's there forever. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
them making their mark, which is
It's of them got some good points though.
Last one. This is a billboard. Very common.
oh yeah. Yeah.
oh wow, they're relating your skin tone to your actually getting a job.
Yes.
Para ma-hire ka rin, maging maputi ka din.
So is that racist?
It is racist. It is racist.
Yeah, that's definitely racist.
It's not just the Philippines. It's all around the world. Like you have guys up from Jamaica that are they used to be dark,
Yeah.
that are bleaching their skin.
And that's, you know,
The heck?
what's weird is that
Bleaching?
the things that you were showing me, there is no subtle about this racism. This is completely blunt racism. And the fact that it's accepted as so natural and normal, how normalized it is unsettling.
You think that they're okay in normal, ordinary thinking, but
Yeah.
you dig deeper to them, they're actually racist.
The children that are growing up, you know, they're subliminally taught that the whiter you are, the better you are, the more likely you are to
Oh, yeah.
succeed.
Oh, yeah,
in life,
that's
the more
true.
money, the more everything. It's subliminally being taught to all of their children, and it's not good.
It's not good. Yep.
I would
That's
say
true.
it's more not racist, but like looking down on someone's looks. So I would say it's more related to like body shaming. I find this more in the category of body shaming than it is a racist thing.
You know, a lot of racism is actually, when you look at it,
I don't know
it's
if
not racism.
I'm really agreeing with her.
Class
Yeah,
distinction.
she has a
Usually when
point
you
though.
look at someone with darker color, they're seen as someone that has a job outside. That's because, you know, color, your lighter color, shows you're a certain class.
Very, very not simple and very complicated ang racism. And sometimes pag hinimay-himay mo, it's not just racism. Ang dami nang nakahalo dyan.
That being said, have you personally experienced any racism here in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, yes, I take a small scale of it from my own Filipino people. Okay, I'll give you the situation. Somebody would ask me, what is your mix? And I just say Filipino. And they go, no, you're not. Almost disappointingly, they say, no, you're not. And I have to be like, yes, I am. Like,
Yeah.
they're kind of upset to learn that I'm full Filipino. It's like they lost interest in just talking to me because they find out I'm full Filipino.
The heck?
Like, it would have been more interesting if
Yeah.
I say half American or something.
So it's like,
Yeah, that's true. If you say you're half American or European, then they'll be having some kind of probably like the narrative towards you would be different. Yeah. Yeah, guys. It's just out here in the Philippines.
they're looking down on themselves.
Yeah, kind of. And I tell you, this happened to me so many times where I have to explain my ethnicity.
Oh, yeah.
And why couldn't you just accept that I'm Filipino and I'm proud to be Filipino? But instead, it's like they're looking for a reason for me to look the way that I look.
There's like a little obsession.
An obsession.
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
Actually,
They're looking for like,
A
Yep.
mix. Yeah, there is an obsession for looking for a mix.
Yeah.
It's because it's better to be Western or mixed than be pure Filipino for
oh
some
yeah,
reason.
yeah. That's a mentality. Most
Yeah, I
mentality.
think the Philippines has a
mentality
bit of an
thing.
identity crisis when it comes to who we are or what we should be.
I know the Philippines was colonized by the Spanish.
Correct.
yes.
Yes.
So it's very interesting to me being in a country colonized by the Spanish when I'm from a country colonized by Europeans. So the difference of seeing how that played out.
We're stuck on our colonial mentality that we almost forgot who we were before that, and we're defined very much by Western standards.
Oh yeah,
Well, I
that's
personally
true.
have not dealt with too much.
I
here.
pretty
Everybody's
much agree with
different,
everything they said.
But also, I'm very, I'm very multicultural, and it's hard to call what I am. So that's why I think I haven't experienced it that much.
I met a young kid when I first came here, and when he seen me, I guess from watching rap music and probably just seeing movies,
Yeah.
he looked up to me and said, "What's up, my nigga?" And
Actually, I experienced that a lot here in the Philippines. Like here in Cebu, walking around, people will just sometimes when probably like sometimes when they say that they know that it's an offensive word. Like for those who are aware of the word, when they see a black person, they just describe them according to the basketball players. Yeah, they just say, "Hey, like LeBron James or James Harden." Like I was actually trying to get on a jeep and go to school, and I was waiting for the jeep at the jeepney stop, and then suddenly this jeepney came and stopped right in front of me. So when I looked inside the jeepney, there was really a lot of people inside the jeepney, and I decided to just like walk away from the stop and try to wait for the other jeepney so those people could, the driver or the conductor of the jeepney would see that I'm not interested to go into the jeepney and they would drive away. But instead, I was walking away and then this conductor came out. He came out of the jeepney and he was looking around like trying to look for me. And then he was calling like for people to come and jump on the jeep. And then when people were trying to get on the jeep, he was like, no. Like he was talking in Bisaya, speaking in Bisaya. He was like, no, you guys give space. Like he was talking in Bisaya, no, give space for, he called me like Negro, like give space for him. Like he was mentioning, like referring to me as Negro. And in my mind, I was like, this guy is an adult. Like this guy is, the conductor is an adult. He's not a kid. And probably, like he's an adult, probably you would know that that word is an offensive word, but instead he just like referred to me as a Negro. But anyway, I do understand. Probably he's unaware of the word. Probably he's uneducated because he's a jeepney conductor. So continue.
I don't consider that racist though. That's just what he sees as a little kid.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of funny. Me, I don't take things that personal.
Yeah.
Somebody would have to say,
Oh, yeah.
"You nigga, get out of there." But no, I haven't seen any racism since I've been here. Nothing but love, actually. It's the opposite.
You didn't consider it racist because the intent wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. The intent wasn't there. Like they don't know what that word is. They don't know if that word is offensive to other people or not. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
It wasn't there. Like he was just saying it to make me feel a certain way. I mean, as a culture, black people put out these things. We still out there saying, "Hey, what's up?" I don't talk like that, So when it came up to it, was kind of offensive. I was taken back a little bit, but then at the same time, it was kind of funny because I knew why he said it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't racist.
Have you experienced any racism?
This is the weird thing about my case. Hindi naman ako mukhang Chinese ng buo. Hindi naman ako nagsasalita ng Chinese language. Wala akong
I don't practice Chinese
culture. But just because I chose a nickname,
Chua.
and I have a surname that is Chinese, and I became Xiao Chua, sabihin nila, bakit ang kasaysayan ng Pilipinas ay itinuturo
Why is
ng
Philip
isang Egypt?
by someone's China?
Bumalik ka na sa
Go back to
China.
China.
This Xiao Chua is a Chinese Filipino, and people like him are the reason why history in the Philippines is backward. The only treasure that I have, I'm not rich, I'm not powerful. The only treasure that I believe I have, that I cherish so much, that I will fight to the death, ay ang aking pagka-Pilipino. And it's just because of this. Pagdududahan mo ko.
Oh.
It's because I have Xiao Chua as my surname. Noon na masakit. Masakit. Nasasaktan ako. Parang pagka yun na yung nakita ko na in-check ka, bumalik ka sa China, parang hindi ba ako worthy sa pagka-Pilipino?
That's kind of sad though. People telling him straight like to go back to China.
And talagang dinibdib ko. That was a few years ago. But of course, eventually, I mean, everything that I'm doing, writing, doing videos, whatever, I've already proven myself. I mean, what can I know who I am. I am Filipino.
Yeah.
I may have Chinese blood. I'm proud of it. I'm honored that I have Chinese blood. Because the Chinese are great people.
Oh yeah.
But I'm a Filipino. And I know who I am. So ngayon, pag sinasabihan na ako ng ganyan, tinatawanan ko na lang. Pero kapag una ka talagang natol, talagang masasaktan ka talaga.
Okay, so final question. With everything that's been said,
Okay.
so how can we erase racism from Philippine society?
Wow. You kept
My answer would be that start educating young ones. Yep. Start educating young ones. Because these people are the future of this country. And start educating them. Tell them that judging other people based on skin color is not okay. And looking down on other people based on the skin color or ethnicity is not okay.
cannot erase it because you cannot erase it until proper teaching of why we had races,
Oh yeah.
why they have different appearances. When we truly teach pagkakapantay-pantay, when we truly teach human rights, that's when we will
I like what he's saying.
lessen racism.
When you inform yourself about different cultures and you start to understand why people do things a certain way,
Oh, yeah.
and instead of being prejudiced and attacking, but
She's actually
accepting,
beautiful though.
then we can get rid of racism.
But you know the problem is mentalities are hard to fix. This is
Yeah.
transmitted to kids, to culture, through the media. Ang mahirap basahin ang mentalities. But again, everything starts with one small step.
The young people that would have to change it, in my opinion.
Any fault that happens around you is actually an opportunity to teach, an opportunity to clarify, an opportunity to educate. And when people actually use racism and make it a political weapon, this is an opportunity for us to say, don't do that. We
Yeah,
are all human beings.
that's true.
Very hard. Long way to go, but it will never happen if we will not give our share in that one step, which is to be nice to people.
The only way to erase it is by love. That's it.
Foster not a divisive attitude towards other people, but a more inclusive attitude. Doon natin masasolve yung racism na yan.
Professor Shao, thank you so much for sharing your perspective with me. I think I learned a lot.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure.
This guy, where is he teaching from? Like one of the universities in Manila?
No problem. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Racism isn't it what you say, I think. It's also what you. Wow. I kind of like the video, guys. Yeah, it actually teaches a lot about the view, like the Philippines, how they view other people based on their skin color, and just like Filipinos among themselves, how they just see among themselves, like they see that people with lighter skin color are more beautiful and prettier than the ones that have like tan skin color, and or like they call themselves moreners here, like they look more darker than the ones with lighter skin color. But yeah, pretty much most of the things they said there it's kind of true. I've actually learned a lot here in the Philippines, and I've never really experienced, just mean racism here in the Philippines, but just probably like indirect racism. That's the video, guys. I kind of like the video. If you want to watch my vlogs, some of my vlogs on about the Philippines and our travel around the Philippines, I'll put the link to my main channel in the description so you guys can go check it out and subscribe to it. So yeah, I'll see you guys with another video. Peace out.